upcoming legislative proposal that, if passed, will raise the age to purchase, use, or possess tobacco products in New Hampshire to the age of 21.
So Dover Youth reached out to Senator David Waters, who's with us today right here, we'd like to say hello, to sponsor a bill for us. And he has agreed to do so. And the bill is currently in the New Hampshire State Senate as Senate Bill 545. There will be a public hearing on Thursday afternoon, and representatives from Dover Youth are planning to testify before the Senate committee for that hearing.
We are concerned about the current age restriction on tobacco products. The current age to purchase tobacco is 18. By proposing this change to 21, it will increase the health and safety of youth in New Hampshire.
We feel that the age restriction should be raised because youth who have access to these products are more likely to suffer from the life-threatening and fatal consequences of tobacco. With the current age of sale being 18, it means that many seniors in high school who have reached that age are old enough to legally purchase tobacco and then bring the tobacco products into the schools or otherwise provide them to younger students.
Most teens who are between the ages of 15 and 17 years old get their tobacco products from someone under 21. By raising the age to 21, young teens would have to know or find somebody at least 21 years of age to buy tobacco products for them, which increases the difficulty. We feel that as a result, teens are less likely to have access to tobacco products. This will help keep tobacco products out of school and off the hands of young teens.
We are also concerned because the tobacco industry has a long history advertising in ways that are attractive to kids and teens. For example, in the past years, the industries have used cute animals and cartoon characters. Like if you look over there, we have a stand-up of Joe Camel. And they also use toys, games, and comic books like we have on the table over there. Many tobacco products are still made with candy flavorings. For example, we have a small table over there that has some examples. And if you look over there, it shows some more recent advertisings. And in those advertisings, they feature images of young, healthy, attractive people that have lots of friends and are good in sports. Raising the purchase age makes it that much harder to justify advertising efforts that are aimed at younger customers and increases the chance that those efforts will not be rewarded.
Some people may say that we should let 18-year-olds decide for themselves whether or not they should use tobacco products. But some commercial products, such as alcohol, require the customer to be 21 to purchase them because they can potentially be so dangerous, harmful, or create harmful situations. Tobacco falls into this category because we have seen how addictive it can be, and we know all of the horrific diseases that can come out of using this product. This further proves why it would be logical to put tobacco on the same playing field as alcohol in terms of who can purchase it.
We are particularly concerned about the future health of today's youth as they grow older and into adulthood. By raising the age to 21, we would help prevent a large demographic of teens from ever starting to smoke. In New Hampshire alone, the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids projected that 22,000 kids under the age of 18 right now will die early due to smoking. Most smokers start when they are young. The older someone gets without smoking, the less likely they are to ever smoke at all. About 95% of adults who start smoking before the age of 21 will continue to smoke. And studies show that 75% of youth who start smoking as youth will continue into adulthood. By increasing the age to 21, it will prevent thousands of kids from ever smoking at all.
Tobacco use in New Hampshire among teens has been on the decline for the past 20 years, and it's important that we do all that we can to keep that positive trend going. In 2001, 25% of high schoolers smoked cigarettes in New Hampshire. But as of 2015, the smoking rate among high schoolers has dropped to 9%. That's an amazing decrease to see in over just 14 years. And by reducing the access high schoolers have to tobacco products, we feel that smoking rates will decrease even more.
When we asked students today how they felt about Tobacco 21 and why they supported it, Faith Williamson from Epping, New Hampshire said, It would make it harder for my siblings to have access to tobacco products.
So with this press conference, we are hoping to bring awareness to the Tobacco 21 bill and urge people to call their senators and representatives to show their support and help New Hampshire join the other states such as California, Oregon, Hawaii, New Jersey, and Maine in raising the age of purchase, use, and possession of tobacco products to 21.
And we would be glad to take any questions you might have at this time.
Brian Early with Foster's. If a dramatic decrease, let's say from 2001 to 2015, really looks like education, why not work further on those goals? It seems like that's been a successful route.
Well, I feel like if we do pair this this law, which will restrict the tobacco under the age of 21, and we pair that with education, I feel like that'll really help drop the numbers extremely by a large amount. If we do pass the law, a lot of seniors who have access to tobacco won't be bringing those products into school. So then if we pair that with the education efforts we're already doing, we will be educating those high schoolers who already aren't smoking to make a choice when they're 21 whether or not they will smoke.
You know, I would probably hear the concern raised that there's, you know, people that even though we don't have a draft right now, it could be imposed. You have to sign up for selective service when you're 18. You could be in another country and, you know, die from, you know, sort of drone attack or whatnot. I guess what allows you to go do that and not smoke a cigarette here while you're out of 18?
Well, there is some information that we put in the press packet for you that have been reports from a couple of the generals in the military, and they have they are very supportive of this bill. They really feel like if you are able to serve your country, you should be able to serve your country healthfully, and if you're smoking and you're in the military, it'll really decrease your ability to help yourself and others.
I guess my last question is there concerns on civil liberties, whether this being able to stop somebody who may look like the age of under 21, but maybe over the 18 limit, is that a way to get into, you know, other, you know, searches and seizures that might not be the initial goal? Is that just another reason for somebody to be stopped on the street and be checked into? Is that a civil liberties concern?
Well, the goal of this bill is not to infringe on anybody's civil liberties. The goal of this bill is to make New Hampshire and the people of New Hampshire as healthy as they can be. And we feel that if we do pass this law, it'll really benefit New Hampshire in the long run for its citizens to keep them healthy. And that's really what we want out of this. Is there any other questions? Senator Waters, would you like to say anything at this time?
I want to thank so much Dover Youth to Youth for showing its great leadership once again in bringing this bill forward. I think if you've heard from Caitlin and Hannah and Elsa some really compelling arguments, and I think it's important to listen to their voices and to see the voices here because it's your future. It's your future. You're the ones who are going to be suffering from addiction if we don't stop smoking under 21. So thank you all.
Thank you.